Okay. Good morning, germs, worms, friends, and neighbors. It's Kelly and Mike back at you.
Good morning, Mike. How are you this fine morning?
Other than my sister catching me with my shirt on backwards, I'm okay.
Yeah. So, what have you been up to this past week?
Putting my shit away from when I brought it back from Arizona from at the house.
Ah, you're
Finally got the beds upstairs, got everything changed, got the other mattresses out. Oh fuck. What a
sleep.
nightmare. It's a nightmare.
Well, yeah, but I asked, are you sleeping better now that you're on a different mattress?
Yeah, I am.
Well, that's good. That's good. So I have a question for you.
Okay.
What are your thoughts and feelings about reincarnation?
Um, my thoughts and I kind of think, see here, I'm with beings. I have changed. I have changed in that's 6 years ago from a person who I hold dear to me. Venture to change. She's the one that told me to change to go to this other thing. And basically, yeah, I do. Your energy, it never goes away. It doesn't go anywhere. It moves on. It leaves your energy moves. It leaves your body, but where does it go? I do believe that your energy goes someplace in another dimension. Let's call it another. A portal opens up. They go. Um, I do believe that when you do die, you have the option of who you want to come back to. It's offered, and it shows the. I do think that it shows the entirety of that person's what you're going to see in his life, and some of the different offshoots that you could take. Then that energy can flow back in to a reincarnate into that other person. But I don't. I do believe there are, how do you put it, not vampires per se, but spirits that don't hold to the realm, to the ones that will take over when they shouldn't take over.
Like hitchhikers or
No, well, kind of like a hitch. Some ones that are out there just waiting for somebody, for some spirit to leave the body so they can jump right in without giving anybody else the opportunity to, you know, it's okay. Our brother-in-law is a classic example. That one, when he left his body, there was a hitchhike. There was somebody there to jump in and take it, and he took it. And I gotta agree that it's not who I remember being, who he was.
well, no,
That
I
was
mean, he even completely changed his everything,
everything.
everything. Yeah,
I mean, he changed the way he dressed. He changed the way what he liked and disliked. I mean, he changed everything about him was totally different.
I agree. And I mean, there were so many times that I would go by their house. It was like always, oh, this is my wife's sister. And then after it was like, oh, this is my sister. It's like, excuse?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So no, I understand. I agree.
but yeah, and I do
It
believe
could also be like it could have been a contract between two souls, where you're saying this other soul jumped
it could have
in.
been,
Maybe it was, hey, you're going to occupy this body till this age. After
and then
that
you got to
age,
leave.
this guy is going to come in. you
Well,
know
yeah. Well, I guess we don't know that.
we don't know that. Yeah, I mean,
That's true.
we're assuming that somebody was lurking in the shadows, but it
Yeah,
might have been just, hey, this is the way this is.
yeah. Because we can only think with. with a human brain. We don't get the psychic and the
And it's hard sometimes to, with the human brain, to actually,
to fathom that.
yeah, to look outside
The
of
yeah,
what we
box.
believe, you know. That's why religion is such a bad thing because they shove it down your throat, and that's where you believe,
It's
you know,
all yeah, it's all tunnel vision.
all tunnel vision. And whenever you're looking at something that's just like this, you
You
can't
don't see all, yeah, you don't see everything.
see everything. Um, I agree with you. I believe that we are energy. I believe that we are a spiritual being having a human existence or having a human adventure, I guess. You know, some people believe that we are in a matrix, you know, and that, but either way, even if we are in a matrix, we're still having that human experience.
I know it.
Um, I believe that whenever we're dying, we are birthing into another realm. You know, just like we were birthing, yeah, whenever we're bringing in a child, we're birthing that child into this realm. I believe dying is the process of birthing into another realm. So, like you say, you know, a portal opens up. It's the same thing. It's the process of getting there. You talk to any hospice nurse, and they all talk about how it's, I mean, and it doesn't matter. You don't have to have them all in the same room, but pretty much they will line up the steps on how the body dies. And
Yeah. And who the those bodies that are there laying in the bed are visited by their dear departed ones to say, hey, I'm here, I'm going to help you cross over, you know.
mm-hmm,
Her mother was one, you know.
yeah.
Her mother came and showed her, and I think I do believe right there in the end is that she kind of understood that, well, she made peace with her mother then, right at that was
You know, the thing is whenever we cross over, they're no longer our mother. They're no
no, it's
longer,
not
they're
just
just
another piece of energy out there.
another soul that's out there, you know. I do believe that we have a group of souls
Yeah,
that
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 touching.
always
Oh,
incarnate, you know,
yeah,
maybe not together, but maybe there's not enough, you know, enough bodies to, you know, to have them all together at one time. Because whenever I had that dream that, you know, I was there visiting with them, there was thousands of souls there that I knew. And I
yeah,
knew and I loved them all the same. It was just,
yeah,
and, but there was no, the interesting thing was, is there was a lot of laughing, a lot of, uh, happiness, a
yeah,
lot of,
and not much sorrow at all. What? Right?
no, no, there was
None.
no sorrow. There was no anger. There was no regret. There was no, it was just all bright and sunshiny, which sounds like, oh, well, that was definitely a dream because, you know, but if you think about it, if everything is bright and sunshiny on that realm, that would make sense why you would want to come here and experience the wide range of human emotions that we have that are not all bright and sunshiny.
Right. So basically, that was where we wanted to be. This is hell. We're in hell right now. Then.
Well, we are, I don't think we're in hell. I don't believe in hell.
No, we're not in hell.
That we are in a place where we can learn about sorrow
And
and
that's
learn
and
about,
that's the other thing. Our energy has to. We have to learn before we can move on, or before we can go and not have to come back here, before we can move to a next level. I do believe there's other levels, and we're probably, who knows, we might be in the middle, we might be close to the top, we might be at the fucking bottom here. We don't know.
we don't
But I
know.
do believe we have to learn so much before we get to move on.
And the move on may be just a different level, a different type of,
Exactly.
you know, who knows?
Yeah. Maybe we'll turn into a fucking after we win and we move on. Maybe we'll be a dragonfly.
That would be nice.
Yeah, or a butterfly. Who knows? I don't know. We as you
You
know
know,
because we
where
have
we,
yeah,
if you think about it, you know, we think of ourselves as the top of the food chain, but
yeah,
Sure.
The only the
What a concept there, huh? You are the
yeah
epitome of scum. You are the lowest of low.
yeah
The ladybug has more on the go than you do.
yeah exactly. Son of a bitch.
What
That
a
dirty fucking ladybug.
ladybug, ladybug.
So anyhow, that's it's I do believe that we are going to, when we move on, we go to the next realm. When we pass here, we have, like we said, we have those spirits that come and they take the place of our one of our dear departed, so that we can, so that this human body, as if they're going to visit, that we would recognize. And then they can, then when they lead us on, then they lose that, and it's just the two energy entities moving through into the portal, or into the other dimension, or whatever you want to call it. Parallel universe, in another dimension. We don't know.
We don't know. We
I
don't,
wish you'd show me the portals. I want to see a portal.
you
I
know,
do believe I saw one in my oak tree,
I,
but I couldn't get to it.
I believe that you saw something. I don't know if it was a
Oh, I
portal.
don't know if it was. I
It,
saw something, but it might not have been a portal. But it was, because it was shimmering up there like a, just like like if you put water in a pie tin, and it was all nice and smooth, and that water you set on the table, and as soon as you touch it, it shimmers. You know how the water? That's what it was like up there. That's what it looked like. It was a little bigger than the pie tin, but that's exactly what I saw in that. And then it was there for a couple hours, and then all of a sudden it was gone. So who knows what I saw? I probably fucking hallucinated.
I don't
I
think you
didn't
did.
have no drugs.
That would be like that would be like me saying I hallucinated that man standing at the edge of your forest.
Yeah.
You know, I know that I didn't hallucinate him. I don't know who he was, but as soon as I told you what I needed to tell you, he was gone. So,
Yeah.
you know,
That would have to be.
it had to be.
So I mean, it could have been, but that was, now you got to remember that was that was right back when I was hot and heavy writing into my book. I
Hmm.
was still writing before I even published or copyrighted my first book. It was back then that I saw that. And I'm thinking, oh, what the fuck? So I don't know. Did I dream it? I could have.
I
Did
don't
I?
think you did. I think that your awareness is starting to see it. You know,
That scares me.
but they say it's just like the UFOs. You know, if you don't look for it, you're not going to see it.
No, you're right.
Your awareness has to become a part of
Of you.
of you, and you got to look for it, or you're not going to see it. It's you're looking for portals. You're seeing it. You're going to start seeing them.
Yeah. I could probably have one of them UFOs land in my woods, and they could come visit and have coffee with me.
Be careful what you wish for,
Hey, I wouldn't mind having coffee with an alien, as long as he didn't fucking shoot me with his ray gun.
or anal probe you.
Yeah. But he might want to come and have a good cup of coffee with me and sit down and chew the fat and talk about what's going on in the rest of the universe. Who knows?
Who
You
knows?
know, I'm always open to whatever. I'm the guy that says I'm the guy that, when, like in the dark spooky movies, they say
We
don't go
have
down that.
20 seconds.
How much?
20 seconds. We got to say bye.
Bye, everybody. It's been fun.
We will talk about if there's
Talk
anything
to
to
you.
leave a
Yeah.
message. We will get
Again.
back to you next week.
Okay.